Hi everyone, let's go ahead and overview the cell cycle. So by now you should understand that the cell cycle is going to be going from a parent cell and then you're going to make two copies of that parent cell. Okay, so this could be, the parent cell could be, for example, your skin cells on your arm. It could be your kidney cells, your brain cells. There's a lot of different cell types that will undergo this process of the cell cycle. Okay, so the first part of the cell cycle begins with G1. G1, the G stands for growth and the 1 means first. So this is the first time that the cell is beginning to grow in preparation for division. And that makes sense though, because if we're starting with one cell and we need to make two cells from that, then we know automatically that the cell must first grow and then it will split into two cells. Okay? The next part of that is the S phase. The S phase is the synthesis of DNA. So that is going to be when the DNA gets copied. And again, that makes sense because, if you have a parent cell and you're going to split off into two cells, before you do that, you have to duplicate every single chromosome. That way, whenever the cell actually splits, there will be enough DNA for both of the clones. The next part of the cell cycle is G2, which stands for the secondary growth phase. That's the second time that the cell is growing, and it's really getting prepared for division. Those things are collectively known as interphase. Interphase, the part of the cell cycle where the cell is preparing for growth. Preparing for division. Okay, then we're actually going to get into division. That division is called mitosis. Hopefully you've heard of that word before, but if not, mitosis just means the cellular division. And there are 4 phases of that: P, M, A, and T: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. And we're going to break that down later on in the lesson. But for now, you need to know that mitosis and PMAT are basically the same exact thing. Cool. Cytokinesis is the final stage when the cells actually fully divide into two, when their cytoplasm is split into two. Okay, that's whenever they start to make those two clones, right? That is known as cytokinesis. And again, mitosis and cytokinesis are the part where the cell actually is beginning to divide. While interphase, G1, S, and G2, is when the cell is preparing for division.
What's that?